I'm the Tax Geek, and this is your taxes oversimplified. During the month of January, millions of American workers received W-2 forms, so they're a pretty familiar sight. But did you ever wonder where the numbers on that form come from and how they affect your taxes? Well, your answers are right here. W-2s come in all shapes and sizes, both on paper and electronically. However, today we're going to use the official IRS version as an example. Trust me, all W-2s have the same information on them regardless of the format. So here it is, in all its glory. The lettered boxes are pretty self-explanatory. They're both your and your employer's information. The Social Security number and the employer identification number in this section allow the IRS to cross-reference the figures on the W-2 to match the figures on your tax return. It seems like the numbered boxes should be self-explanatory as well, but are they? Let's look at box 1, wages, tips, and other compensation. At this point, we need to note that this is taxable wages, tips, and other compensation, and often isn't the gross year-to-date figure from your last paycheck. Instead, this is your gross pay less medical and dental insurance deductions and tax-deferred retirement contributions. On to box 2, federal income tax withheld. Pretty self-explanatory. It's all the federal income tax that was withheld from your pay that year. Boxes 3 and 4, Social Security wages and Social Security tax withheld. These are the figures the Social Security Administration keeps track of to determine your retirement benefits. The Social Security wages and the Medicare wages in box 5 are your gross year-to-date pay, less health and dental insurance premiums, but not retirement plan contributions. Boxes 5 and 6, Medicare wages and Medicare tax withheld. If you're a high wage earner, you'll usually see this doesn't match your Social Security wages because Social Security taxes are capped and Medicare taxes aren't. Also, even if you work in an occupation that is exempt from Social Security, you will still have Medicare wages and Medicare tax withheld. Boxes 7 and 8. These boxes are used for tipped employees. Taxation of tipped employees is the topic of another video. Box 9. Not used. In fact, it hasn't been used for over 10 years. Box 10, dependent care benefits. This is an amount that was advanced to you pre-tax to assist with payments for child and dependent care. If this amount isn't reported on Form 2441 and used for child care, it will be added to your taxable wages on the tax return. Box 11, non-qualified plans. Don't worry about it unless you're a highly paid corporate executive with a negotiated retirement plan. Box 12. There are usually several spaces for entries in Box 12. A number of entries are placed in these boxes. Some are there just for your information, others affect the tax return. Here are several of the most common entries in Box 12. Double A. If you made a contribution to a Roth 401k, that figure will be here. This is just for your information. C. If your company is providing you with over $50,000 in life insurance, the value of that insurance is partially taxable. The amount in this box is based on the amount of the insurance and your age and is included in Box 1. D. If you made a contribution to a traditional 401k, that figure will be here. This figure will explain much of the difference between boxes 1 and 3. DD. This is the amount that your employer paid for your health insurance coverage. It does not include any amounts you contributed. This figure is for your information only. E, F, and G. These amounts are similar to D, except for retirement plans that are not 401ks. And W, amounts your employer contributed to your health savings account if you have one. Similar to dependent care benefits, if this amount isn't reported on Form 8889, it will be added to your taxable wages and an additional penalty will apply. Of course, there are many other codes. So many, in fact, that the IRS has run out of letters. But the ones I described are the codes most people will see. If you see a Box 12 code on your W-2 that isn't listed here, check the resources in the video description. Box 13 consists of 3 checkboxes. The first indicates a statutory employee. It would take an entire video to explain what a statutory employee is, so I won't. The second checkbox is checked when you are eligible to participate in a retirement plan, whether you actually do or not. This can determine whether you can deduct a traditional IRA contribution or not. The third checkbox indicates that the wages are third-party sick pay. If you are temporarily disabled in a company other than your employer is paying you, this box will be checked. In box 14, there will be information that your employer thought you should know. For example, charitable contributions and after-tax pension contributions may be in this box. Boxes 15 through 18 are for state and local tax information. Most of the time this will consist of a state employer identification number, the wages subject to that state's tax, and the state or local tax withheld. There may be multiple states listed or no state at all. So there it is, your W-2 explained in less than 1,000 words. As hinted throughout the video, there are several areas that were not completely covered. If that applies to you, there are resources in the video description if you need more information. If you found this video informative, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions for future videos, please leave them in the comments section below. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more taxes oversimplified.